Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day in paradise. And let me get my stats here. Things are changing a little bit, and we're going to talk about that today. Oh, please. Where did they go? Hopefully, everybody had a beautiful weekend. There they are. Okay, here we go. One thing was, okay, here we go. Slight delay, but let's see here. We have 82 days of inventory. Now that drastically changed since last week because we were up in the hundreds, 100 and I think we had 100 and up to 100. Well, we were down to 105. Now we're down to 82. And that's based on how many sales we've been doing this month. Now we've increased pretty good. I mean, we're doing 60 last month. Now we're up to 74 homes per day. So that's a lot of new things going on. I still have the median price at $425, but I'm here to tell you it's probably going to end up at $420 by the end of oh boy, by the end of the month, which is tomorrow. So Wednesday on the show, we should probably have a new figure here that we'll put up because it isn't $425. So, and I say that with confidence because we did 158 closings on Friday, which isn't the end of the month, but it is a lot of homes that we sold. Can you turn that down, John? Sorry, background noise, can't do it. We listed 26 homes that were 425 and under, just listed over the weekend. And that gives us 1,402 single family active homes that are 425,000 and under. And of course, that number is going to change. It's probably going to go down with the 420. So we'll see if we're still 30% of the market. Now, in February, so far, we've done 1,787 sales. And like I said, that was 74 per day. That's great. Investors, still 30% of the market. They're doing 19 sales per day. Our $1 million plus homes are 2.5, almost 2.44 per day. That number probably will go up if I had to guess. So we've got some movement here, and we're talking about the market shifting. Well, it's shifting. It's shifting because our inventory is going down. And when our inventory goes down, a lot of times prices tend to go up, but that's not happening right now. So we know the part of the market is shifting, but the other part isn't. Prices are actually going down a little bit. So, there's something new going on here. Prices are going down, inventory is going down. And probably inventory is going down because prices are going down. So this is something that hasn't occurred for a long time. Normally in our world, the past couple of years, prices continued to rise because the inventory was down and it was moving very quickly. So we're going to see this is a shift. So we're going to see come March, April, May, what happens. And I think we're going to see sooner than later what's going on in the market. So let's move on here, have some good information for us to look at today. Now, we talked about this recently, which is visitor origin. So people are coming from the western states to move to Las Vegas. Visitors coming to Las Vegas. The Midwestern states is 12%, Southern states 17%, and over here the Eastern states, which I thought might be greater, but there are casinos, on the East Coast, so not so much over there. But the Western states, because of our proximity and they like the weather and so on and so forth, they're coming. And then I was surprised. I would have thought that these two numbers would have been switched, but they're not. But anyway, in the Midwest, I'd say it's 30%. And then the Eastern states, 8%. So anyway, here we go. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I want you to, we're going to look at some other things today. And one of the things that we're going to look at is, where people are coming from. And let me get that slide up here for you. Who's moving here? Well, people from 10 cities are looking for homes in Las Vegas. Now, first of all, I showed you the visitor origin because I've often thought, well, that has to do with people move here. They come here, they like the weather, they like the newness of our city and things like that. So then those people would be the most likely to move here. So we're going to proceed through this PowerPoint and just see what we find. Now, are Californians in the East Coast eyeing a move to Vegas? Well, let's see here. The number of homes on the market is well below pre-pandemic levels nationwide, and the scarcity is keeping home prices elevated even as sales have slowed in the past year. Now, this is what Realtor.com said, but as I just told you, our home prices, maybe they're elevated based on other parts of the country, right? But ours have gone like from 430 down to 420. And maybe that's not what they call a big jump. I don't know. And Americans navigate an ever complicated market. Online house hunting has become an essential part of the process, with 97% of the home buyers are looking on websites when searching for a home in the United States. And that was a report from 2021. And I think it's a kind of, I don't think it's still that. Maybe so. It probably is, because I guess if people started doing it in 2021, remember the pandemic, then in 2022, they liked it, so they kept doing it. I think that's what the message at Realtor.com said. So anyway, let's see who's moving to Vegas. All righty. Let me go back up here. Stacker is the one that compiled the statistics about these cities, and looking to buy homes in Las Vegas using cross-market demand data from Realtor.com. Now, what you're going to see on these next 10 screens is view share, which is the percentage, which John turned off. Jeez Louise. View shares a percentage of views to Las Vegas from each respective metro market. So cross-market demand statistics, these are just like a couple months ago. So let's see what they've come up with. So the first city is Dallas. Now, the view share is 1.7%. So of the views online, remember that 97% we talked about, the views to markets within other states is 31.3%. Now, that means of that, we got 1.7%. So not so big, not so many people moving here from Dallas. Now, the middle numbers are, they're looking in their own market or within their own state. But what we're concerned about is when they look into other states. So they're looking at 31.3% of the people are looking for other states, and 1.7% are looking for Vegas. That's number 10. Now, number 9 is Denver. Now, you see the view share goes up to 1.9% here. Denver's a beautiful city. But here's the interesting, look at this. 54 or almost 55% of the viewers are looking to go to a different state other than Colorado. And almost 2% of those people are looking to Vegas. I know the percentage doesn't seem great, but when the numbers are probably pretty good. I wish they had put the numbers there, but they just put percentages. So we'll go with that for now. San Jose, California. Now, this doesn't really surprise me because this is Silicon Valley area. And you had 37.8% of the viewers looking at other states, with almost 2% looking here in Vegas. Neighbor state, surprise, that's not greater. But here's the interesting thing. 51.5% of the viewers that were online were looking outside their own state, within their own state. I would have never thought that. However, again, this is Silicon Valley, people with deep pockets making big money. I remember a couple of years ago, we said, people that worked for Facebook, Meta, were average salary was $230,000, and that include everybody from the janitor to the top executives. So $230,000 a year is a lot of money. So they're staying within their own state because they have the money to do so, basically. Let's look here at number 7. Now, number 7 is Sacramento. And now we jump up to 3.2%. So 51% of the viewers are looking at other states in Sacramento, California, and 3.2% are looking at Vegas. Well, that's a hop, a skip, and a jump right to Lake Tahoe. So, and Reno and that area, Sparks, Reno area. So maybe that's why that is so high. But again, California, 3.2%, number 7. That's our second city now in California. And then here we come along with Washington, D.C. Wow. Look at this. 80% of the viewers are looking to get out of Washington, D.C. That look for other homes in Washington, D.C. 80% are looking to get out of that state. And 3.4% of those people are looking at Vegas. Yes, they're looking at Vegas. We get 3.4% of that 80%. Now that's, again, we don't have the numbers, we just have the percentages, but it does tell a story there. Let's go to number 5, New York, New York. Wow. So 71% of that market that's looking to buy homes are looking within other states. In other words, they don't want to stay in New York. They want to move. So that's 71%. And of that 71%, we have 3.8% looking to move to Las Vegas. That's a big number, right? I mean, New York's a big city, so that's a big number. So of the 80% people that are looking, 71% people are looking, 3.8% are looking at Las Vegas. Wow, amazing. Let's look at number 4. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Now, again, Riverside, California, only 37% are looking at other states. There's people that just love California. They love the beaches. They love the weather. They probably have decent jobs, right? They have their families there, so on and so forth. So almost 4%. That's a pretty big number for 4% looking to come to Vegas from Riverside. It's not a bad number. Okay, here we go. Drum roll. Number 3. Chicago, 71% are looking to move out of the state. Yeah, high taxes there, bad weather there. Beautiful though. I've been to certain parts of Chicago, are beautiful, great restaurants. I used to actually have a satellite business in Chicago at the Museum of Science and Industry there. I had a computer exhibit. And one time I went there, and believe it or not, I had to keep my diesel Mercedes running because if I turned it off, it would freeze the diesel fuel or something. And I don't know that much about cars, but I could never turn my car off. I'd have to go have my meeting inside. I had a review every couple of weeks with the head administrator there at the museum, and couldn't turn my car off. Anyway, fun times. That was in the 70s. But beautiful. The people were nice. The city was beautiful. The lake was beautiful. If you live right in Chicago, that lake is something. Anyway, of the 71%, we have 4.2% looking to move to Las Vegas. Now, there's a reason I'm doing this, as you probably figured that out. Now, here's something that's always has interested me. People move to Arizona, and then they realize how hot is, right? And so, of the people that are looking to move, 56% of them are looking to move to another state, and 4.3% of them are looking to move to Las Vegas. They like the warm weather, but maybe not the hot weather. I don't care what anybody says. I think that there's a big difference between Las Vegas weather and Phoenix weather. And Phoenix, because of all the golf courses and the greenery and things, it has gotten a little bit humid there too. Okay, that was number 2. Number 1, guess what? Los Angeles. 42% of the viewers are looking to move to another state, and 32% of them are looking to move to Vegas. Now, that was quite something. We went from number 2 spot, which was 4.3%. We went up to 32.2%. And as we know, 3,000 people per month come to Vegas from California. And looks like a lot of those people are from Los Angeles. And we have such a different lifestyle here. We don't have the traffic. It doesn't take long to get from one place to another. It's clean here. It's just a different type of city. Los Angeles is fantastic. It's huge, lots of people. Now, so if I were marketing, and I want to go on to my next slide here to show you what's going to happen here in Vegas, because our population is not going to grow like it used to. And I learned that from the, I attended the perspective at the chamber. Now, let's go this one step at a time here. Las Vegas is the safest tourist destination in the world. Yes, it is the safest tourist destination in the world. So many people come here because it is safe. This year, there are more than 600 events scheduled for this year. 600. I mean, that's like almost 2.7 a day. Let's say 2 a day. I mean, 2 a day, 1.7 a day, 2 a day. There's 365 days in a year. Yeah, that's a lot of events. That's at least 1 a day. Unbelievable. So you have all these people coming here. And just remember, it is the safest destination in the world. So when people choose where they're going to go, what events they're going to see, they choose here. But the other thing is that we have this many events. That Vegas has, Vegas, one of the things I'll tell you, we keep up I don't know who the statisticians are that work for the city and what have you, but they really keep everything going. They really do. Now, if it happens anywhere, it should happen here. That is kind of the theme song, I guess, that the theme song and that they've been marketing. And what that means, everybody, is we have to build every infrastructure project we can responsibly afford. So today in the RJ, the UNLV announced it's going to sell 1.3 acres of land near the Thomas and Mack Center to the Boring Company for a planned Vegas Loop station. Now, the Boring Company, Boring, is owned by Elon Musk, and he is boring into our pavements, to build the underground tunnels. He's very clever, and I love the name. So the land deal, which is going to get hopefully approved March 9th by the Nevada System of Higher Education Board of Regents, it would allow the Boring Company to develop and construct an online station for the Vegas Loop. And Boring initiated the land deal to allow the company to move forward with the planned loop. So the financial terms were not disclosed, but the article stated that the university will receive fair market value for the cost of the 56,628 square feet of space within the parking area of the Thomas and Mack. So it's noted in the documents that Boring is aware UNLV cannot sell the land at a price lower than what a licensed real estate appraiser determines it's worth. So, that's a win, I'm sure, for UNLV. So now if it's approved next week by the board, the sale for the agreement for the site would be completed by June 23rd, and the Boring Company is required to deposit $100,000 in earnest money into an interest-bearing account while that deal is finalized. So the planned loop project will feature Tesla, of course, Tesla model vehicles transporting riders in a point-to-point system that is set to include 69 stations along Las Vegas Boulevard, downtown Las Vegas, and other points of interest, including the Allegiant Stadium, and the UNLV football plans its home games at Allegiant Stadium. Amazing. The convention center where the loop is now operational will serve as a central charging station for the Teslas used in the system. And the current loop shuttles passengers between 3 convention centers right now, the exhibit halls and Resorts World. It's just amazing what is going on while we sleep, right? The UNLV station would serve as a main connector to Allegiant Stadium and the convention center. The documents all confirmed. And the future stops on the Vegas loop could include the airport and the medical district here in Vegas. And UNLV's medical school is located there. The Vegas Loop system will receive a gold standard award from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. This is a key designation because as Homeland Security would need to approve the use of the system for any event deemed as a SEER Level 1, or the highest threat level ranking for an event. The Super Bowl is a SEER Level 1 event, meaning that the Homeland Security has got to approve all the things that are going to go on, people moving in and out of the stadium. So once this loop is operational, it's projected to transport 57,000 people per hour. 57,000 people per hour. And the sample rates, they're going to charge you $6 and $12. So amazing that we do understand that we have to build every infrastructure project we can responsibly afford. Now, just remember, the party isn't over until the last person goes home. And with Vegas, we continue to bring more and more tourists here. And as you see, the top 10 cities, how many people are actually looking to move here, it's simply amazing. It's simply amazing. And now there's some keys, of course, to our future. And when we as realtors, we as independent contractors, we have to prepare for a possible recession. Not fear it, but prepare for it. And somebody in the chat, put what do you think a recession is? All right, where are we headed though? Las Vegas Valley vacant land. Look at how little land we have left, everybody. Look at this. Look at the dark blue here. This is private vacant land. Not a lot of it. And then look at all the federal land. Now, I've been around a long time here, and we've had auctions where the federal BLM has auctioned off some of that land. But that's a concern because we may have, as this says, prepare for slower population growth. Now we have had we've had quite the growth in the past, but what they told us at the Chamber of Commerce perspective is that 400,000 people we can expect to add to our population. So we have 2.3 million now. We're looking at 2.7 million in 10 years. That's still 3,000 people per month moving here, 3,000 plus. But it is slower than it has been. Of course, what's the message there? Well, one of the reasons why I did the 10 cities is because I think you all need to start target marketing. You need to start target marketing those 10 cities. When you boost in Facebook or when you do your explores, whatever you're doing on YouTube, whatever you're doing on TikTok, Instagram, you need to be addressing, hey, you live in Chicago, visit Vegas and see the beautiful weather here. Find out things about that city and then create a video or a boost or a blog or something. I always have to stop myself because I think video is the only way to go in the future. So try to do a short video, learn something about Chicago, compare it with Las Vegas, and say, if you're from Chicago and you want to move to Vegas, here's some fun facts, and then talk about the things that we have that perhaps Chicago doesn't have. They don't have nice weather. They don't have all these new home developments going on that we do. They don't have all the events that we do. They don't have the entertainment that we do. So you can create a video and you can go to chat GPT and get ideas. right? And tell them tell in the chat bar what you want it to help you create, and it'll create the verbiage for you. Anyway, it's a tool to use. And I was listening to Dennis Yu the other day. Now, Dennis Yu is he's what I would call a SEO guru, and he said the right way to use Chat PT is to actually create what you want to say in your tone, in your words, and then let it refine it, because otherwise it's going to not be you. So that's something to think of when you do that. But you need to address the 10 cities, and you need to be on top of your game, because if the population slows down and people aren't falling out of the sky like snowflakes, like we've been having that for years, you need to target market better. And that's why we're talking about all these things, and the events that we're having, and the growth that's going on, and the loop that's going on, and all these things that you can share with other people that are thinking of moving here. Now, back in 2021 versus 2022, this is an employment growth by state, and we were number one. We were number one. Of course, the hospitality industry took the biggest hit, and so it had the biggest check mark. So, I take that into consideration sometimes when I look at some of these statistics, because they don't always tell the whole story. But the point is that, people did come here, move here to work. We have lots of jobs. We have more job demand than we have people to fill the jobs. And I don't have that stat for you, but it is true. So one of the things else we want to talk about today is this, and I've showed you this before. There's 24 referral sites that you should put your name in the hat, because when these people in these 10 cities, they may go to one of these sites, and they may want to use an agent that they find here. Now, we know that sellers generally are the people that look for agents, and buyers are a little different, because they tend to gravitate toward websites, and they get taken up by some of the lead gen companies, but not so much in Vegas. I think sellers and buyers go to the experts to find out if for an agent to help them buy or to sell, especially if they're not in Vegas. I listen to a lot of these podcasts and watch a lot of the YouTubers, and we are very different. So these other real estate gurus are more talking about places like Pittsburgh, or places in Connecticut, and where people just kind of move within the areas. You saw the top 10 states where people are looking to move from. And those people are who I think are going to be looking at the referral sites, because a lot of them don't know people here. I know a lot of people know people here, but a lot of people don't. So you want to make sure that you don't miss a beat. And these are 24 referral sites that you need to create. You need to create a nice bio, get a good picture, and have a nice website like the Agent Formula website, which can show so much information about Vegas. It was built around people relocating here. And so you can use, for $59 a month, you can have the best Las Vegas site there is, and you don't have to do the work. We do it for you. We blog every day for you. We do a market report once a month for you. We just did tax strategies, which are with a downloadable guide for people, which we do all the time. And we added that downloadable guide to our downloadable guide section. So we're always updating the site, and we're always providing information that goes out to your database. When you upload your database to the back end of your office in Agent Formula, everything gets spilled out there once a month to all of your database, and it sends it in a nice newsletter with all your contact information, and gives them links back to your website to look for homes, so on and so forth. It's just something that you should really look into, because if you're going to put yourself out there, then you better have a place where they can look to know, like, and trust you. And your website, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, you should always be giving people a place to go and look for homes, which is your website, to get valuable information, which is your website. And that's why we built it. Our website's 13 years old, and we've constantly updated it. Okay, well, and then for those of you who are listing agents, get a farm and start targeting your farm, and include in your marketing presentation to your sellers when you go out to do a presentation that you know the top 10 cities where people are looking to move from, and that part of your marketing is now including those top 10 cities. Who does that? Well, if you want to be the one that gets the listing, maybe that's what you should be doing. And then you can tell them, look, I'm on all these sites as well. So all these things can be built into your marketing if you have a great marketing presentation for your listing presentation, which you should. Okay. What's going on here? Segueing a little bit again. What is going on in where did it go? Here we go. Yes, we have a contracts class. And the contracts class is know all the contract disclosures. And Jimmy Degg does such a fantastic presentation of this, because he tells you exactly why these disclosures, what they are, and why they're so important for you. Please go to be.vegas and sign up for this Friday's class. I know you need 2 contracts class to renew your license, and this is a fantastic one. It's one of his newer classes. And of course, with Jimmy, he always keeps everything relevant, constantly keeps everything relevant. And right now, the disclosures, and he keeps his eye on on the commission and who's getting sanctioned and who's getting suspended and why. And he builds a lot of those things into his class so that you don't make those mistakes, and so that you don't get sanctioned or suspended or your license revoked by the division. So very important things in today's world, and hopefully you will attend the class on Friday, 10 to 1. Go to be.vegas. This is what you'll find. You'll see this calendar, and then you just click on that March 3rd, and it takes you right to the sign up page. Easy peasy, 2 clicks away. Or we send out emails. You can just click the email and it takes you right to the sign up page. So either way, hope to see you on Friday. This past Friday, we had a fantastic class with Sheila Long from Arizona. She's a national instructor on 1031 tax exchanges. We had over 50 people. It was amazing, an amazing class. If you have a chance, we try to offer it every month. And she is just filled with so much knowledge, and she does 1031s herself. She's a practicing instructor. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day. I will see you on Wednesday, and with stats, we'll see. We'll change the price probably to $420. Right, the median price will change to $420,000. The interest rates aren't helping us right now. We did have a lender on a couple of weeks ago, Mark Kahn, with C2 Lending, and he is a wholesaler, and he's got lots of different programs that he did describe to us he was a sponsor of our class on Friday. And I may have bring him on a little bit on Wednesday, just to give you all some more things that are going on in the lending world, because that is a big factor in what's driving or not driving our market. I love you all.